Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips Daily Fantasy MLB show for today, the 18th of May. Happy birthday to my little brother. I'm going to do it all in one show today because I have got a lot to do today, so I'm going to get straight into it with the pitchers. Johnny Cueto of the San Francisco Giants for $11,900. He's a top price pitcher. He is a top option. He gets the Padres at rank number 2 for strikeouts in baseball at Petco, which is a great park. Cueto's got 53 strikeouts in 57 and 2/3. Has a great record against San Diego, and he pitched a gem of an 11 strikeout complete game shutout the last time he faced them. I think Justin Verlander for $9,500. Maybe I'm a fool, but Verlander is at around 1 strikeout per inning this year. He has only allowed 1 run over 15 innings of his last 2 starts against vastly superior offenses to Minnesota, Texas and Baltimore. And the Twins are a top 10 strikeout team in baseball this year. Jake Odorizzi of the Tampa Bay Rays for $7,900. He's not elite strikeout production. He's only got 36 in 44 and 2/3. But the Jays do rank in the top 5 for strikeouts this year. Obviously, it's a high-risk play with that Toronto lineup up there at Rogers Centre, but Odorizzi did pitch 7 innings of 1-run ball at the Trop earlier this year with 6 strikeouts against him. That was earlier this month, in fact. And Nate Eovaldi of the New York Yankees for $6,800. His last 2 starts have been excellent, particularly the Boston one where he pitched 8 innings of 2-run ball, I should say, with 6 strikeouts. His strikeout rate is up to around 1 per inning this year, and the Diamondbacks are 5th for strikeouts in baseball, so although the park isn't ideal, Valdi has plenty of potential today. There are a lot of good pitching options. Bear in mind, I've not touched on the likes of Chris Tillman, Drew Pomeranz, Rich Hill, all of whom are also solid plays, but I think those are the 4 that I'll be focusing my lineups on today. For the stacks of the day today, I think the Detroit Tigers against Ricky Nolasco, who's allowed 14 runs over his last 3 starts and failed to get past 6 innings, look a very solid stack. Third baseman Nick Castellanos for $3,700. He has 2 home runs off of Ricky Nolasco over the last 3 years. He's hitting .346 with 8 home runs. Second baseman Ian Kinsler hits out the leadoff spot for $5,000. .309 with 9 home runs. He's hit a home run in each of the last 3 games. You can say the same for outfielder JD Martinez for $4,200. He's hitting .259 with 8 home runs, but he's heating up, swinging a good bat with home runs in 3 consecutive games as well. And I'll add in Victor Martinez at first base for $3,600. The switch hitter is hitless in his last 3 games, but we know Victor Martinez is the real deal, and I don't expect that to continue. So I want to jump on board before we missed that boat. I think the Chicago Cubs are a solid stack with Jimmy Nelson of Milwaukee. Nelson isn't fooling me. He's due to get hit hard at some point soon, and I can't see a better lineup to do it than these Cubbies. They usually bring it in Milwaukee at Miller as well, so we'll take outfielder Dexter Fowler for $4,500. Hits leadoff. He has a home run off of Jimmy Nelson. He's hitting .321 with 2 home runs and 6 swipes this year. First baseman Anthony Rizzo hits the right side of the platoon. It's $5,100. He has a home run off of Jimmy Nelson as well. .265 with 11 homers this year. The switch hitting second baseman Ben Zobrist for $4,800. He's .317 with 5 home runs this year. And Chris Bryant, who qualifies at third base in the outfield for $4,600. He went long last night. He's hitting .274 with 7 home runs this year. And finally, a Houston Astros stack. Matt Latos, as expected, has dropped off from his first few starts. He's allowed 4 or more in each of his last 3. If the control issues continue from the last start, where he walked 5 against Texas, this could be trouble for the White Sox tonight. I think second baseman Jose Altuve has to be in any Houston stack for $5,400. He's hitting .338. He has 9 home runs and 15 stolen bases. He's the complete daily fantasy player. Outfielder George Springer for $4,900 is hitting .259 with 9 home runs. Also in the outfield, Colby Rasmus for $3,900. He's .235, 7 home runs, enjoys the platoon in the matchup. And first baseman Tyler White, also $3,900. He's hitting .252 with 7 home runs, also from the right side of the platoon, and he hit the ball out of the cell twice last night. My foundation players for today, the players you should be building your lineups on, are first baseman Anthony Rizzo of the Chicago Cubs for $5,100. It's a great park. He enjoys platoon advantage, has a home run off of Nelson and 11 long balls this year. Second baseman Jose Altuve of the Houston Astros for $5,400. You pay a premium for a premium player. Altuve is the complete player. Latos is now allowing runs, and Altuve gives you hits, home runs and stolen bases from the leadoff spot at .338, 9 homers, 50 15 steals. My third baseman is Josh Donaldson of the Toronto Blue Jays for 4,700. I think third base looks a fairly difficult position today, so I will take the American League MVP in his home ballpark. He's got 3 home runs off of Jake Odorizzi and 9 for this year. Carlos Correa is my shortstop, the Houston Astros, 4,700. He gets to hit Latos in the cell. With Latos now regressing, I think it's a match made in heaven. He does add a little bit of stolen base upside as well. It's 268, 7 homers, 6 steals this year. And my outfielder is Adam Eaton of the Chicago White Sox for 4,700. We're always looking for lead-off hitters to get as many at-bats in as we can. He is one of the few White Sox bats that's swinging the bat well at the moment. Fister is hittable, and Eaton is hitting 307, 2 home runs with 4 stolen bases this year, and hits from the right side of the platoon in the matchup. My value plays at first base, I'll take Justin Bour of the Miami Marlins for 3,500. He has a home run off of Jeremy Hellickson, 7 of them this year, and he hits from the platoon in Citizens Bank Park, which obviously we know favours the hitters. My second baseman's Jonathan Scope of the Baltimore Orioles for 3,900. He's hitting 260 with 7 home runs. We know that Baltimore's a great park. He's been making solid contact for a week or so prior to getting blanked in yesterday's game. My third baseman's got to be Nick Castellanos of the Detroit Tigers for 3,700. As I said earlier, he does have 2 home runs off of Ricky Nolasco, who hasn't been effective since the calendar flipped to May. My shortstop is Aledmys Diaz of the St. Louis Cardinals for 3,600. He's hitting 372 with 6 homers. He hits from the right side of the dish in the matchup against a pitcher who has potential to struggle based on his recent performances in Rusin of the Rockies. And my outfielder is Brandon Guyer of the Tampa Bay Rays. He's hitting he's 3,300. He hits from the leadoff spot for the Rays. He's hitting 317 with 4 home runs. And R.A. Dickey hasn't had the most success against Tampa Bay. So that's all I have for you today. Best of luck with your lineups, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to like the video, hit me up in the comments with the daily fantasy plays you like today, and press that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I will be here all MLB season and through the NFL season with daily fantasy sports advice. If you haven't signed up yet, or you're interested in starting to play daily fantasy sports, please click the link in the description for this video, and that'll take you where you need to go to start playing with DraftKings today. Best of luck with your lineups, and have a great day.